Bright Moments was my introduction to the whole world of NFT and crypto. My name is Chen. My last name is also Chen. I'm a artist, designer, creative director. I never seen Crypto Citizens as a PFP project. So when I first started joining the CryptoVenetians, I don't even know there's a thing called PFP. Because when I set out, I was like, the reason I'm really intrigued by this project is the idea of doing portrait art of characters and peoples in different locations. To me, it's just using pixel art as a medium to reflect local culture, local characters, style, fashion, all that. Yeah, I've been thinking about us, Bright Moments, right, as a band. So I see our first gallery here, it is like almost the CBGB in New York, like when we started. This is the place for underground punk. You know, we're such a punk band. We started with no audience, no records. Then we're starting playing our music. We create the NFTs, the collections. We join people in, so we have an audience. We almost offer free shows. Now the free shows getting, word of mouth. People are liking it, which give us enough confidence, funding to go beyond Venice, right? Like New York is almost such a natural second city. Let's go to the greatest city in America, the biggest place that we can be, then test how good we are. The similarity between New York and Venice is the diversity of people. But New York is diverse in tenfold of Venice. New York also has a seasonal change. New York has all these iconic places. So the challenge of New York is you have too many things that can draw. You have too many things that inspire you. Being a New Yorker myself, living there more than 10 years now, I feel like, what makes New York very special is the streets. That's where real life happens. The street life is actually what makes New York, New York, where you see all walks of life, all personalities shine through. You have the pedestrian walking sign, you have the entrance of the subway, you have the annoying fire hydrant where you cannot park. Then we had this great idea of doing the time of day from Venice, right? So it's really interesting almost, when you look at our collection, eventually you have 10,000 citizens in 10 different cities, but then you look at each one, it's 1,000 image collection. But within 1,000, actually, the smaller collection is only 250. You can only have 250 of sunrise in Venice. So what is the equivalent of that in New York City is the change of seasons. So automatically, the street corners of Four Seasons has become the backdrop of New York. Then when it comes to the people, the attributes, basically you have the entire world in New York. You can only reflect so much. So I love punk music. It's also an important part of New York history. So a lot of punk attributes, but it's more the Ramones punk, not the London punks, which we'll do later. Then you have cultures that's like not too different from Venice. You have the skateboarders, right? Some of the ethnic group features are very distinctly fashionably interesting. So we brought that in as well. So we want New York to feel very colorful in terms of diversity, people, skin colors, beliefs, fashion, style. So it really just become a celebration of 5 boroughs. Then what's even more interesting is, I think this might be the first time in history the buyer, the owner of the art, is together with the artist who actually witnessed the birth of the piece. So even the citizens, I drew all the attributes, but I don't know what next one is gonna be. What's the surprising combination of all the attributes the script gonna generate. So that to me is witness a piece of art being born and minted and put on blockchain. Like that's the moment, I think for the first time you're sharing with the person who actually gonna own your piece. That's very special. I think our Bright Moments being the venue of this thing that happens in that split second, that's the memory, that's the experience you can only have at the gallery.